EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live second round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship.
And hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We are at Oakmont Country Club in western Pennsylvania. Frank, the site of so many historic moments. Great players have made their mark here. Sam Snead, Ben Hogan, Jack Nicklaus, Ernie Els, a long and distinguished list.
Oakmont, if it's not the most difficult golf course in North America, Rich, it's certainly one of the most difficult golf courses. With its 210 bunkers, really personified by the church pews, the hard and slick greens that slope away from the player and the tight fairways. This golf course always requires the utmost precision.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. That was not a very good read right there. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good, line looked good, just did not take that final break.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Well, Frank, what about this par 3 13th? Measures 183 yards.
It has a little bit of a crescent-shaped green, but it looks like the green should shape that way, but the actual contours of the green go in the opposite direction. The only good thing about that is chances are you've got an uphill putt.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live second round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. And that is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards.
Good looking shot right here.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank missed the green off the tee.
Yeah, but this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact.
Rich Lerner back with you at the 14th hole at Oakmont. And this is a hole that offers up a pretty good scoring opportunity, a short par 4 at 358 yards.
That is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's at sneaky distance. Do that.
All teed up at the 15th. It's a par 4 of 499 yards. What a test here, Frank.
It certainly is. The tee shot here is a little bit like the par 5 12th, where the fairway slopes quite severely from left to right. It means the pew's there. When he goes after it like he is here, that is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
That's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
On the 15th green in regulation, but not yet in the hole. This is about a 30-footer, and he'll look at it from a couple of different angles just to try to get a feel for it.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
In for par. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the United States Open Championship.
Good contact, good result.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
U.S. Opens, Frank, as you well know, you've played in so many of them, are supposed to be demanding and tough. This is what a U.S. Open's all about. A par 3 at nearly 300 yards. That's the 8th at Oakmont.
It's not just the length too, but this is a typical Oakmont green, which is not easy. There is an option though, if you can't reach this green, or at least fly it on, you might get a lucky bounce to kick forward. You'll see a lot of people chipping from around the front edge of this green, and there's no shame in that. Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Really solid stroke.
And now to the ninth, and in case a player has forgotten somehow that he's at a U.S. Open, the ninth will remind him very quickly that this is the national championship. This is demanding. That is a heat-seeking missile right there. Wow. Oh my goodness, Frank, did you see that? He just annihilated that.
He just threw precision out the window. This is all about brute strength, and that is miles.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Every once in a while you're reminded this is a pretty hard game.
That was evidence.
Continues to putt beautifully. Take a look now at the 10th hole, Frank. Par 4, 462 yards.
Yeah, this one can play a lot of different distances, and the reason why is if you can sneak a driver to catch the downslope, it can run all the way down. You can have just a wedge. You're not as fortunate, you leave it hanging up on that hill. It plays a good 200 yards for your second. Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Only 110 yards and a good chance here. This is the second shot. How do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. Par 4 11th is 379 yards as we continue backside here at the U.S. Open at Oakmont. Frank, what's the strategy off the tee here?
You're hitting something that goes about 240, 250 yards maximum, hopefully keeping it out of that right rough. And the reason why that right rough is certainly to be avoided is that big gaping bunker at the front of the screen. Green's perched up a little bit, so this is another one where if you can hit an iron or a utility club off the tee, you must find the fairway.
Just wearing out the center of the club face. Hasn't missed a shot, hasn't missed a green in regulation all day long. Count that for a birdie. Now at the par 5 12, 667 yards. Frank, you've played golf around the world at the very highest level. I've heard you say you think this is one of the hardest par 5s on the planet. Why?
The slope of the fairway, you don't get a flat lie anywhere along that, and the green slopes away from you. So really there's no easy out. This is the only par 5 I've ever seen where the best players in the world would take a 5. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close? That's good. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
EA Sports
Hello,
and
how's
the
it
United
going?
States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live final round coverage of the United States Open Championship.
It's going
Ready to
alright.
go.
It's
Back
my
on.
birthday today.
Frank, you've been there, down to the wire at several U.S. Opens. What's that pressure like?
It's so different from any other type of major championship because that's normally the toughest test. That's where the scores are the highest, i.e. relative to par. That's actually where par itself is a good score. I mean, you've bruised and battled by the end of the week. With the exception, really, remember when Rory McIlroy won at Congressional? That's the one time when a US Open played soft. But Martin Keimer at Pinehurst on a firm, fast golf course, it's a different test. Tiger Woods at Pebble Beach. You just think of people struggling at the end of the week and really last man standing. That's what a US Open means. Tiger Woods at Pebble Beach.
Oh, I'd be grateful. I'd be very thankful.
Look at this. Look at all the power in that coil.
Ooh, no, don't go down there. Gosh.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to let
Oh, I'm in the heavy stuff.
in the rough. This is a 99-yard shot. Frank, Johnny Miller's final round 63 in the 1973 U.S. Open
There it
here
is.
at Oakmont is one of the greatest of all time. Now, granted, the golf course was a little soft because of some rains, but still 63 final round of the U.S. Open.
There we go.
You need to be
Go.
on your game, and Miller certainly was.
You can imagine players shooting 60.
Get on there. Oh.
Were wet or soft. But
Is there not one on there? There should be a link.
one of the reasons why it was such a great round, it wasn't just the score.
If you scroll down.
It hit every single green regulation.
Here, let me.
Played for birdie 18 times in a row at Oakmont. It deserves a worthy score. So 63. It's in the history books for more than one reason. Not just the score, but the style and the manner in which it was done.
Yeah, I got a link on my profile here on Twitch. If you scroll down, you click on that. There you go. So,
This is going to be a tough day on the links. Even the seagulls are walking to work.
there, that should be it.
If you scroll down, click on that. There, that should be it.
Hello, everybody else that came in. Today I am not playing that good.
Hello, everybody else that came in.
Oh,
Solid play, heart of the green. Settles in over the putt.
Today I am not playing that good.
yeah, par's alright.
Those keep the round going. Those par putts. Frank, it's only 379 yards, a par 4. You thinking birdie here at the 11th?
You would think for that distance, no, but you take 4 here. It's a stringent tee shot. The fairway doesn't really.
Thank you for the follow.
Exactly where those bunkers are. So more often than not, we see players hitting out the right rough. Back in 1994, this is where the playoffs.
Oh, sweet, dude. That's awesome.
Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich.
Thank you very much. It really means a lot, man.
Small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give yourself an
Thank you
opportunity.
for the
Really
follow.
poor play to this point.
She really means a lot.
I'm just trying to start the streaming thing going on to help my mom and I out. Do you stream at all?
The streaming thing going on to help my mom and I out.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play.
Ugh.
Solid.
Oh, I almost hit the
Can't find a
flag.
flag stick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. Go red.
We are at the par 5 12.
Yeah, sure, I'll follow you.
This is a big par 5 at 667 yards.
You followed me, so I'll follow you. Let's see here. Go to your profile. Say follow. There you go, I followed you. Just let me know if the little donation button thingy on my profile works or not. I believe it is working. I think I set everything up properly on here. Yeah.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the
I tried Fortnite. It just reminds me of some Nintendo 64 game.
This is where you've got to judge yourself. It is an advantage.
There's just too much weird crap going on.
Given the conditions, but once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old
Alright,
phrase,
well,
easy when it's breezy.
I don't know how long it would take for the donation thing to pop up, but it should notify it.
Try and ride that wind some more.
Oh, it will.
Frank just continuing to make the game look easy.
This just shortens the whole golf course up when you get it that far.
I mean,
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot.
just let me know when you went there and sent it, just so I know, so I could make sure the Streamlabs and everything is
Muhammad Ali.
making it pop up on the screen and stuff, so I know and other people know.
Needed Jack Nicklaus to push it.
Because I know only so far the follow thing popped up.
Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s.
But I already followed you.
Find that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without
And
life.
thank you again for everybody watching.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
Alright, let me see something here.
I don't want to let this one get away. This is
Stream.
about concentration and focus at this point.
Let's see. There we go. Let's see here. Alert $100. Test. Well, there's my testing. The testing came up on there. So the testing worked. Well, it should be working. Nothing is showing up yet. Oh, well, I'm not gonna worry about it now. Just continue to play. You just go to streamlabs.com, I guess. And then you could set up all that stuff. Then you could link your PayPal. Oh, I just missed that putt.
Frank can't fault him there.
Damn.
Trying to make it eagle.
It's a rare bird, but the pleasure of making one, well worth the effort.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie.
Got the birdie.
Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship.
From a long par 5 to a relatively short par 3. We're at the 13th at Oakmont, 183 yards. Frank?
Another hole because of the shape of the screen that you're almost breaking down into 3 sections. That one little circle you can see, the bit in the middle or the bit at the back. I'm trying to play to one of those 3 sections.
Oh, roll, come on. Go in. Oh.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Count that. That's birdie.
The reason Oakmont has hosted so many U.S. Opens, Frank, as you well know, is it has a really good blend of holes. And now we come to a short par 4 at 358 yards, the 14th.
You can see the predicament in front of you, bunkers left and right, but really the bonus here is if you can get the ball on the fairway with just something like a long on off the tee, this is one of your best scoring opportunities at Oakmont.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad.
Oh, I knew I should have put more backspin.
Another beautiful approach shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
I thought it would curve more than that.
Goodness, he missed it.
What a horrible putt.
That's like missing a layup in basketball. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration.
Oh,
Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game dealing
man.
with your miscues.
horrible
That's the beauty of
today.
this game of golf. That taketh away.
That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Well, this is a good U.S. Open par 4 at 499 yards. The 15th is one of the better holes in the course, Frank.
It is. The shape of the tee shot you think would suit a cut, but because the fairway slopes quite severely to the right, really it needs a draw just to work its way against that slope and somehow keep it on the straight and narrow.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
4.
Safely on deck.
Oh man.
That's well played. Good looking birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Par on this hole yesterday. Putting up some impressive numbers out here now.
tournament.
All right. Have fun,
Frank,
Jamie.
This is a point in the round where you really need to summon your best stuff. Par 3 of 231 yards. You know the pressure's building. We're at the 16th hole. You have a long iron in hand. You can't flinch. You can't take it halfway back and go. This has to be the complete swing, and you have to really have the nerve on this shot.
Yeah, this shot has to be hitting right out of the button, that's for sure. One thing to consider though in the back of your mind, it's always better putting back uphill. Well, uphill is actually from the back of the screen. So you actually can be a little braver on 16 than what you might think standing on that tee, because a little long is better than a little short.
Let's see. There we go. Should be fine.
This would be good.
Damn, that still bounced far.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance really for
Oh,
for
God.
Rory, but really it's a rather poor approach shot.
Yeah.
That's just downright embarrassing.
Ugh, I barely
Off on the
hit it.
surface, and now off on the fringe. Wow. No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Coming down to the wire here at the U.S. Open Championship at fabled Oakmont, and the tension starting to build. And Frank, this is decision time at this very short 313-yard par 4.
And normally in a US Open, Rich, you'd think the prudent play would be lay it up, but you know, I kind of like driver here today. I think the worst you're going to do is just miss the green or hit on one of those pot bunkers. You have to drive it on the green, be putting for eagle, but even out of one of those bunkers, you've got to think you're even money to get it up and down. I like driver here.
Screw this, I'm going for it. Ugh. Well, I made it over the sand.
Need to be in the fairway. They've done it. Well, Frank, as we look at this approach shot here at the 17th, the execution has to be absolutely precise, doesn't it?
It might be harder wedge shots in the game. 17th hole in the US Open right now. I can't think of one.
Well, that is an exceptional
There, that's a
shot
good
on the green
shot.
and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And he has it for birdie. It has come down to this, the 18th hole at the U.S. Open Championship at one of the storied venues in the sport, Oakmont Country Club. The 18th hole, Frank, well, you make par here and you win the U.S. Open, you've earned it.
We've seen some good tee shots today, Rich. This will be the toughest one. Well, when he goes after it like he is here.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
How good has the swing tempo been?
Has not lost it since the first hole, Rich. I think that's been the key to the round. Started with
Let's
that rhythm,
see.
even though the winds were out there. The winds haven't abated, and neither has that rhythm.
Okay. Should be something like that.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That is an excellent play right there.
Yeah.
The approach, giving him another good look. Frank, it doesn't get much bigger than this, right here, this moment.
Toughest set of
Oh.
greens. One more stroke.
Hit
To
it.
join the
Too much
Hogans,
power.
The Nicholas, the Millers,
Oh man.
the Cabreras, the Elsas.
And Spieth's. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
I am so rusty. That was horrible.
In this situation, Richard Bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
And there it is, a U.S. Open victory.
Oh well.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the mid-season classic. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Should be pretty good right there.
Oh no. I wasn't expecting that.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Another par 3. We're at the 8th. It's only 165 yards, Frank. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. That was a solid strike. A good result. These putts keep the round together. Starting to move now.
I need a drink. I'll be right back.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack. Now top 15.
Now to the par 5-9. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult three-shotter than what you were anticipating.
Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze.
Boom.
I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Oh, looked like you caught a flyer.
Whoa,
right there.
what was that?
Well, I don't know what he called it. This is way too much.
Ugh.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder, hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
You'll need to be strong with this.
Oh!